Felt so good staying up all night. That will forever be our place. And I know it's been a long time since we were together. There's a special place in my heart that's yours forever. If I could fly right back to where I belong, fly right back to my home sweet home. If I could, I'd take it all back and fly high up above the open sea.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Just getting situated here. Some light. There we go. So how's everybody doing? How was your week? Hey, Diamond Queen. Hey, Tia. Chantel. Crystal. Good morning. Marilyn B. Lizzie. Good morning. Okay. So today I'm going to be making some pins. I just got to grab a few things so it's within reach. So how was everybody's week? Hey, Shalene. I'm just pulling out all my pins. We're gonna sit and make some pins so I can get them up in the shop. Yes, it's Friday, TGIF Friday. And any plans for the weekend? I got to work all weekend, so. Hey, Kitty, good morning. Everybody can hear me just fine, right? So, let's see. Which one should I do first? Should I do the new one? Let's see. I'm just trying to, I need to find some scrap so I can, okay, you can all hear me. That's fantastic. Yeah, I was a little bit late. I was watching a YouTuber. He was getting calls from these scammer guys. They were saying that they were Microsoft tech support, and they need to go in, connect to your computer, and fix some stuff. And they go in and they delete your files, and then they want to charge you money to get your files back. So this guy was on a virtual machine, which you can't on a virtual machine, you can't delete the files like they thought. He was going in and deleting their files. It was so funny. They were getting mad and hanging up on him, and he was calling back, and it was hilarious. And when they call me and tell they're from Microsoft tech support and they want me to connect, I'm like, I don't got a Microsoft computer. They're like, yes, you do. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't have no Microsoft computers in this house. And they kept insisting that I did. I didn't. And then we got into a heated argument. It was funny. I just kept going and going and going and carrying on and carrying on. And hey, Silver, how's it going? Over there in Wales. Yeah, Tia says Lizzie, Nana, Amanda, and her are having her miniature class tomorrow. Okay, guys, I just stepped away real quick. I don't know if you can really hear me, but I got to use the pasta machine. Okay, so I just had to get some. Oh shit! My tray tipped over with all my sticks in it. Hey, Robin. Good morning. So this is my my backing. I'm just gonna slice these up and apply them to my backing. Let's see. Don't want to go right to the edge. There we go. Just getting caught up in chat here. Hey, Deborah and Chris. Good morning. I don't know if you heard me. Thea, what time is the miniature class tomorrow? If it's early enough, I can join before I go to work. Going a little bit crooked. And I tore that one. Okay. I'm going to improvise here. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit quiet. I'm just concentrating here on what I'm doing. Shalene's cross-stitching and listening. Hey, Deanne. It's at 10 a.m. our time. Okay. I should be able to make it in. Yesterday at work, it was really, really crazy last night. In a minute, I'll tell you what happened. So I went into work my usual time. I do, I have to log into the onboard computer, and that's where I get all my my stop information and my loading information and stuff, and do my pre-trip and get all set. And I pull around to load my truck, Everything's going fine. I load it all up. And then I leave. And as I'm leaving, every time I hit the brakes, I hear this noise. I was like, what the hell is going on? No one else reported anything. So I was like, okay. So I'm going down the street, and my first station's only like, it's like less than a mile away. And I get up to the light, and of course, I have picked up more speed because I'm on the street. So, and then I get up to the light, and I go to stop because the light's red, and there's no right turn on red. So, at this light, and so then the noise was really, really loud at that time because there's weight on the truck, and I had more speed, and I noticed that my stopping power wasn't all that either. So I was like, holy cow. So I pulled over on the side of the road, and I'm looking, and the noise was coming from my left side. So there was nothing in the tires. So I was checking the brake system, and of course you can't see the brake pads because the way they have them on the truck. And so I was feeling around on the rotors, and they're all smooth, and I get to the last one, and the last one was, the rotor was really, really, really rough. So I was like, there's no brake pad, it's rubbing metal to metal. So I get back in the truck, and I continue down the street because my first Costco is, it's just right down the road. So, because the mechanics don't like to work on the trucks if they're loaded, because it's just a lot of weight for them to jack up, and if something happens, and they don't want the trailer to fall and tip and whatever. It's just unsafe. So I figured I was going to go down, unload, go back to the yard, call the mechanic, and so I get over to the station, and there's another driver offloading, one of the AM drivers. It was his last run. And so they don't like us to park in the street because this station is really, really busy, and they don't like us to park in the street and wait. So I went around the store, turned around, went back to the yard, called the mechanic on the way. I waited. I got back to the yard, and I waited, I don't know, 45 minutes, and he showed up. So he must have been having dinner or something. So he gets there, and he goes, yep, it's metal to metal. So he calls his boss and talks to him. And I was like, it's loaded, and it's just the Costco right down the street. So what he did is disconnected that braking system on that axle. So I can go, so it won't rub metal to metal, because it could get really, really hot and catch fire, and that's no good. So he did that. I went down to the Costco, offloaded, went back to the yard, and in the meanwhile, I'm on the phone with dispatch asking them if there's another truck available, and one of the AM drivers was getting back late, so there was another truck coming in. So by the time I got back, it was there for me to change over, and it was a different type of a truck, and manual shift, because my regular truck is an automatic, and it's been a while since I've driven a manual on a truck. Okay, I forgot to lay down. This is really, really sticky. So that was the beginning of my night. So here I'm thinking I'm going to end up finishing really, really, really late. No, I got off at pretty much my regular time. So I went back and swapped out trucks. Continued on with my night. The truck that I had wasn't certified for one of the other places where I load gas for. So they had to switch my last stop with another driver. And so I got through and had a pretty decent evening after all that happened at work. So yeah, that was my beginning of my day yesterday or last night. So I'm using this camera right here is my other phone, just in case they call. I don't know if they are working on the truck today. No one has called. So we'll see when I get in, if there's a available truck for me tonight. Okay, so I'm just smoothing out my creases and my lines to make it all smooth. They probably ain't going to call me off because Friday is usually a very busy day for us. Hey, Sue, how's it going? Hey, Phyllis. Hey, Marissa. Hello, hello. Hey, Susan. Hey, J-Rob. Let's see. Tia said, did it tip the rear? What do you mean tip the rear? Okay, just varnishing it so I can get it nice and smooth. There we go. No cracks. No seams, I should say. So I'm just gonna trim off this outer edge to get it nice and all this clay underneath is sticky. Let me get a clean sheet. Oh, this is what I should need to do this first. To trim all this excess off so I can see what I'm doing. So last night I also got confirmation. I have my order for my ABs are coming in. Hopefully they'll be arriving today. They said they arrived at my local post office yesterday. So hopefully those will be in the shop this weekend also. Let's see. I got the right sign. Yeah. It's a little bit long. Let's see. Get caught up in chat. Susan says she loves watching the clay days. Yeah, I figured out to do clay today. see. Okay, Diamond Queen, what's your question? About tank drivers. Let's see. Just gonna wait for her to ask the question. Boy, that's really sticky. I can't really see. Okay, so I need to trim it a little bit long. Let's see. Is it common for them to cut someone off at high speeds? Typically not. There's certain drivers, they drive a certain way, and it all depends if you're in a spot that they can't see, because we do have a very large blind spot. But if I don't know, I usually don't cut anybody off, but if I have to get over and no one's let me over, I will force my way over. Because out here in California, at least drivers are, when I turn my blinker on to get over, if I have to get off on an exit, I usually do it pretty, I give myself some time. And sometimes that I put my blinker on and they'll speed up. So I'll slow down and keep trying. And if no one lets me over, I will force my way over. Because I got to understand, I need to get over and get off the freeway. But typically, no, we don't cut people off. There's just some drivers, bad drivers, give us the good drivers bad taste in other people's mouth, as I would say. So yeah, those bad drivers give us good drivers a bad rap. But what can we do? I needed to use my 70 miles an hour, but it also does depend on what they're hauling. If it's a tanker, they do haul food grade products and tanks. They're usually if the trailer is not placarded with a red plaque or a white plaque, then it's a non-dangerous item. They could have water. They could have milk. They could have food, some type of food in it. But if it's placarded on all four sides, well, you can't see one of the sides, but it's between the truck and the trailer. But if it's hazardous materials, it should have a red placard on the sides of the truck and should have a number labeled that is, for in case if there was an accident. And from a distance, the fire department and the police can see what kind of a liquid it is, and they can respond as they approach with caution if needed. Because my placards are a red placard and it shows a combustible sign, a symbol, and it is labeled with the number 1203, and that is for gasoline, highly flammable, and diesel is 1202. But yeah, it all depends. And plus the speed is, see, out here in California, the max speed for trucks, semi trucks, any kind of semi trucks, 55. It all depends on your state also. Some states are different. Some states, their regular speed limit for cars is the same for trucks, but California, I know California is 55. Some of the states in the Midwest, outside the city, it's posted speed limit, but inside the city, it's 55. I know Oregon, I think it's Oregon is 55 also. Washington is 60, or vice versa. Yeah, so usually the speed is what is posted in the state. Okay, there's one. Did I miss Nana? Let me go back and make sure I got, yep, there. Hey, Nana, good afternoon. Good morning. She said here is 65. He was going fast. Yeah, like I was saying, it's we have those bad drivers. They, eventually you'll get pulled over and stopped, and if you get, I know a lot of the trucking companies, if you get so many tickets within so much time, they will terminate you. So when I see drivers like that, I just shake my head, and I can't get on the CB because we're not allowed to have CBs in our trucks because of our flammable of the gasoline, and where we load, they don't want any electronics on inside the truck. So it is, I can't get on the CB and kind of yell at them, because we do have some of our local drivers here are idiots. I've been cut off by another semi driver, a local semi driver, myself. I just pass them by and flip them the finger, show them who's number one. So I just eventually they'll, their luck will run out, and they'll have to move on to somewhere else. Or go get additional training. Oh, excuse me. I got my mason jar of coffee back. I know last week everybody was missing it. Hey, Deborah. Good morning. I say good morning because it's my morning. Oh, wow, J Rob. Yeah. Some of these guys, they get out there and on their own, and they just on the phone, whatever they're doing, and not paying attention and not realizing, how unsafe that they're driving. It's one time I was over the road and I was driving, and this truck was coming onto the freeway. So I was passing by a truck stop, and I slowed down, and I think he wanted over one more lane, and I was actually in that lane. And when you're over the road, we have new drivers learn this from the older experienced drivers, that when it's clear for a truck in front of you that wants to get over, we'll flash our lights, our headlights, and that signals them that it's cool to get over. And this guy, I didn't signal, and this guy just damn near took off my hood of my truck. He tried to get over it, and he was that close. I slammed on the brakes. I called the company. I couldn't catch up to him. I called his company because, company's on the side of the truck. Name of the company's on the side of the truck. So I called the company. They look in the computer. I told them where I was located, and because they can go in on the computer and they can do a search and find the truck. And he goes, "Oh, that's a student driver." And I told him what happened, gave him the whole story, and he goes, "Okay, I'll call the trainer." The trainer was back in the bunk sleeping, which he was supposed to be up front with the driver. And I told his dispatch that, he just damn near took off my hood of my truck, and, I just want him to be a little bit more safer. And I couldn't catch up to him. So, so he's like, "Totally understand. I'll get the problem fixed." And at that time, I had a student also with me, but he was in the back sleeping. So, yeah. So I've been cut off by semis too, in a semi. Hey, Drea, how's it going? Hi, Melody. Oops. Sorry. My phone fell. It's on the charger, and it fell. And it came unplugged. Can't pull it that far. Okay, so hey, autistic, how's it going? Yeah. So cars sometimes got people in cars. If I'm trying to get over in a lane or something, and they're gonna let me over, somebody in a car will also flash their headlights, and that'll also tells me, okay, yeah, go ahead and get over. Yeah. So if you ever feel you need to be want to be courteous to a semi truck and they're trying to get over, as long as they have their blinker on and you want to let them over, just flash your headlights a couple times. That'll signal them that, yeah, go ahead, it's okay for you to go in front of me. Sometimes it is a little bit hard distant to calibrate the distance from 50, 60 feet to the back of the trailer. So I'm just trying to close up my seam. Let's see. J Rob said, did you see my question above? Let me go back. Let's see. So, question: why do trucks play tag? Why do they get into the left lane to pass and then speed 5 miles to pass the truck? I mean, seriously, one is going 60 and the other is going 61. Like I was saying, there is drivers out there that shouldn't be driving. What you can do, if you see stuff like that, if you see him on the phone, call the company and tell them, get the truck number if you can, get the trailer number if you can. Not necessarily the license plate number. All trucks and trailers have a number on the trucks will have a number on the front hood. There will be a trailer number somewhere, either on the side or on the back doors. Call the company and tell them, hey, this driver is doing this. But if it's an owner op, you're probably going to end up calling him, and he's probably going to tell you a few things, but there's not too many owner operators out there anymore. There are some, but they do haul for another company, and you can, if it says leased by or leased to, you want to call that company. But because sometimes if they're an owner operator, they'll have one name on the side of the truck and a different name on the trailer. You want to call the company on the trailer if it's different. But yeah, I do it. I get on the phone, say, hey, you need to talk to this driver. This is what he's doing. Because the company ain't going to know unless someone says something. So about a month or so ago, they did come out and install dash cams on our trucks. So and each time there is an event, like if I hard brake too much or if I get too close to somebody, the lights will turn red, and that just means it's recording and sending that clip up to the office. And sometimes if I brake too hard, they'll call me on my phone and say, hey, are you okay? We got a hard braking. I'm like, yeah, someone just cut me off, and that's why I had a hard brake. And they're like, okay, be careful out there. So some A lot of companies are putting in these systems like that in their trucks. But the dash cam records constantly, and it goes to a company. And if they watch all the videos, and if they see something that's not good, they'll forward the video to our company. And they'll talk to you and say, hey, I got a video for you to watch. They want you to explain why you did that, what you did. And sometimes they'll put you back into training with a senior driver. Okay, well, we got another one. Let's see. Okay, I'm just reading. I'm just catching up on chat. Let's see. I'm just catching up on chat, everybody. So, yep. Let's see. Made calls on the truck of the company I work for. He was speeding and riding my ass on the 2-lane highway. Yeah, like I was saying, the company doesn't see everything that these drivers are doing, and just give the company a call and say, hey, what the hell? What are you teaching these drivers? That's not going to be wide enough. So that moves into scrap. Let's see. And they're always, most of the times when you call the company and sometimes they'll give you an option to connect to dispatch or whatever. You click that number and talk to dispatch, and a lot of times they'll be thankful and apologize for them and say, okay, I'm going to get with them and call them and see what's going on. Let's see. Last Wednesday, I went down and got my second COVID shot. My arm feels sore just like the first one. I don't have any symptoms, but I do feel a little bit more tired than I usually do. I've been getting bad headaches, so I don't know if it's from the shot or not, but I'm doing good. So I'm just going to go over to the pasta machine once more time, get this flat. Okay. This is just the backing, so let's see, what other color should I do? I'm going to do a different one. Let's see. I don't want to do that one. So I have enough cane for this one. I got more of that one, and this one has been more. This one's been kind of requested, so I'm gonna do some of this one. This one's going to take a little bit more effort to. Oh wait, this is Kato, and this is not. I can't mix the two. Well, that one's going to go on hold. I got to get some scrap from Kato, so that is that one also. So this is Primo. I'm going to do this one. Get caught up on chat here. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Okay, thanks for coming, Autistics. Got to go help her daughter. Dan says, dang, you've been doing a lot better of canes. I have a few. I need more, so any request on some colors, on certain colors you want me to do, or oh, this one's got glitter in it. Oh yeah, because I used the Galaxy Blue in this one with the glitter. I think this cane I made this one on live a couple weeks back. I also have another one. I need to do a few of those. See, I got 3 of those other ones. I got this one. Where's my other short one? Uh-oh, I think I lost one. Oh, let's see. Need me some crochet hooks. Yes, I'm making them. Diamond Queen says blue. Oh, okay, you didn't mean to put better in that. Tia says, I love this purple. This one? Melody says pink and turquoise. Yeah, this one's a hexagon. This one, I think, I don't want to lose too much of the detail in it, and I don't have that much, so I'm thinking I'm just going to make this one into cover minders. So, oh, here it is. This is the one I was looking for. I want to make some of these too today. So I'm saving this one that I just made 2 out of, and I'm gonna do a couple crochet hooks with that color. So this one I'm making now has turquoise in it, has galaxy blue, has hot pink, and purple, I do believe. Yeah. Or it's sunset pink, not hot pink. So the galaxy blue has glitter. Once it is coated, the glitter on the galaxy blue should show pretty good. If I can see it now, with it nice and shiny, it'll turn out really, really well. Oh, I was going to use this. I have this already flattened out. I was going to use this for backing too. I have that one. I got my scrap. I also have this one for backing. It's just a bunch of colors blended together, flattened out. Forgot I had those. Let's see. I haven't got no more, nothing else. Let's see. Okay. This one, I gotta save a little bit for some. I think on my crochet hooks, what I'm going to do when I label them, because I cover up the size of the crochet hooks, I think I'm going to just put a sticker somewhere before I put resin on it, and so I know what size they are. Let's see. Oh, come on. Okay, so the colors, pink and turquoise, pink and yellow, blue and pink, red and black. Oh my goodness, a lot of colors. So, which is good, gives me some idea. With some extra clay, you can make trash trays and sell them. Hey, Patty, how's it going? Oh, that's funny, J. Rob. I just noticed that. Oh, that's on my phone. I think I misspelled it and I didn't go back far enough and I deleted. Oh, I'll have to remember to change that. Or I'll just leave it. Hey. Way back years and years ago, before 9/11, I was driving Canada. I would take up some frozen broccoli and over there, and at least once a month, I would take frozen broccoli, and then I would drive hours and hours and hours north from the Detroit border to go up to the Pillsbury factory or the dough factory. I don't know if it was It was a factory that was making Pillsbury dough, so I do know that. Go up there and pick up a full load of Pillsbury dough, bring it back over to the States. I would do that at least once a month until 9/11 hit, and then they required a passport to cross, and so I wasn't going over there anymore. Now that I got my passport, no company goes over to Canada hardly anymore. At least with the new drivers. We have a division in our company that we have drivers in Canada, because our company is US and Canada wide, and I think we do have drivers in Mexico, so we are a national company. So let's see. Whoops, I think I cut that backwards. Oh well, I think that's right, because I'm just thinking out loud, guys. I do that a lot. Oh, Susan. Yes, we do hang out quite a bit. But I'm not complaining at all. So let's see. Let me get caught up on chat while I close the seam. Dan says, make a black, white, and gray buffalo check or plaid type pin. Oh yeah, Buffalo Bills check or a plaid. Black, white, and gray. Okay, keep that in mind. Marilyn B says frozen broccoli. So both you and Lizzie have had frozen veggies in your work life. Yeah. When I was over the road, I used to, I drove a lot for temperature with temperature trailers. So I hauled a lot of food. I used to go up north, up in what is that town? It's northeast of, I think it's northeast of Buffalo, New York, to the Kodak, the 3M or the Kodak factory, and pick up film for processing and bring it down to the Mexico border in Texas. I've hauled a lot of chicken, pork, beef. Those were the biggest. I've hauled bananas, grapefruit, you know, a lot of fruit, yogurt, ice cream, creamer, milk, eggs. And I used to do a lot of food products that required a temperature trailer. I did flatbed for about 9 months before I went into the military. When I did flatbed, I never worked so hard in my life. That is a tough job. Not every day, thank goodness, but when I had a tarp, put a tarp over the product, if it required tarping, yeah, that was a lot of work. Yeah, in 18 years, I've been driving 18 years now, so I've done a lot of different stuff. The one I hated the most was chicken because, oh, that factory, it stank outside. Because when we get there for either, for the meat, chicken, pork, I was going to say cow, but beef, they would dispatch us and we would have to sit there and wait because they would load trucks as the product come in one side, go through the factory, and we would be on the other side. And yeah, it stinks a lot, especially all that juice from the chicken outside in the heat. I even picked up beef bones, and took them over to a dog food factory that made, they would take the bone and they would bake them for the dogs. I hauled that stuff. Yeah, so I hauled a lot of stuff. I've hauled trees on the flatbed when I used to do flatbed. I've hauled big ass trees, plants. Close up that scene just a little bit more. Hey, Robert. Good morning. Marilyn B said I only heard ice cream. That's how my brain works. Yeah, I used to do a lot of ice cream too. Diamond Queen says, have you ever hauled live animals? No. Those were, we called those cattle trucks. Never did live animals. Usually those guys are owner operators. And I would probably never do it. And those guys fly down the road. You thought some of these other drivers were bad. Whoa. Those cattle truck drivers are scary. Let's see. J-Rob says, OMG, one time there was a truck with pigs and the trailer tipped over and the pigs were everywhere. Yeah. Because those guys, they're crazy. those guys are crazy drivers. Why is this? Okay, yeah, that's closed. I'm just doing quality check. I make the product. I quality check the product. I finish the product. I pack the product. Not enough time in the day. Let's see. One last trim. Oops. All right, there we go with another one. Okay. Got enough to make one more. Let's see. That's a 6.5, 4.25. Which one was that? Size was that? 5. I think it's the green ones. 5 1/4. $5.75. Okay, J-Rob, was that your number, your size of hooks is a J or I, or you just know the numbers? I got a 5 millimeter, a 5 1/4, and 5 3/4. I think you said 5 1/4 or 5 3/4. JK, that's, or JK. J or K? I have an L or an I, an H. Well, I don't have a K, I don't think. That's a G. Oh, I do have a K. My bad. Okay, I'm going to do the J first. So, question. Should I go past here or should I go this far? How far of the hook do you guys use? Should I go all the way past the number here, or should I stop before that much? Five 1/4. Okay, that's 5 3/4. Well, K is 6.5. 5 1/4. Yeah, there's a letter beside the number. Yeah. That's what I usually go by. I think my favorite is this one right here. Is a G. So this is a 5. This is an H. Let's see. Okay. Sue says she holds where the numbers are. Hey, Crashly, how's it going? Susan says the 5 is the most used in crochet and knitting needles. Sue says stop before you get to the letter and number, please. Okay. All agreed? Let's see. I'm just getting caught up in chat, guys. We can say things. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go ahead and stop before the letters. Well, maybe I don't have to put a sticker on there, and if I stop before the letter, so because the first ones that I ever made, I kind of got carried away myself. So these are my first 3 that I ever did. So see how far I went. So I went just past the letters. So yeah. So I'm going to go just because it will spread out. There's too much extra clay on this end. Seems kind of, I don't know. Let's see. I'm just thinking. A little too long. Trim. Let's see. May have it a little too thick. Yep, I went too far, but that's okay. It'll spread. Okay, so let's see. Jen says, like that, just past the letters. Okay. But I'll take either because it's Crash asked, how did you bake them? Took me forever to rig something up. The crochet hooks, what I did was this tray right here. What I do, I take my skewer and I go the long way through the hole like this. This hook part goes in here into the side, and I lay it just like that. And that's how I bake them. Easy peasy. Okay, so I'm going to trim. Wait. So it's just barely covering up the MM. So I don't think the MM is too important, is it? But the size and the letter is still there. Oh, okay. Let me do it this way. And then just close up that seam just a little bit more. Precious says, Billy legit taught me something. Yep, I do like to do things the simplest way possible. So I will, it did take, it's something that I just didn't come up with off the top of my head. I did, do several different methods, and so I was like, hey, what if I do this? And it worked. So that's what I'm sticking to. Okay, so I need to just move this back up just a little tiny bit. So the number does show. There we go. And there is just a little bit tip. Now the tricky part is the tip right here. You want to trim back enough so there's not a hole, a void spot in the tip. So I just trim a little bit extra short, and I just pinch it until it's closed. just like that. Just making it nice and pretty. Let's see. That line kind of went, I think I twisted it too much right there. Voila, we have a pin and we have a crochet hook with the same cane. Now I gotta put this back in here. Yeah, so now these trays here I now use for my crochet hooks, because I do use different trays for my pins. I use the bigger, flatter ones. And I just lay the sticks across. I don't have to poke holes. Just be careful when I carry them and take them out of the oven. Okay, so since I can see the numbers, I'm going to do a couple more. Another size. Let's see. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, yeah. Let's do some with this one. This was my cutting edge. So what time is it? Okay. Got 30 more minutes. That one was, okay, that was a thicker handle. So what I'm going to do is keep it thick. Everybody likes it thick, right? Oh my goodness. Being silly. Okay, so, ooh, flipped around on me. Let's get caught up in chat here. Said I use Bacon Bond. What's Bacon Bond? So these three I've already made and I've already baked them, and it is not coming off. That is on there. Yeah. And I don't think you're going to use that much force on these needles. I'm putting it on the edge. See here, I'm putting the hook on the edge of the table and I'm pulling down, and that cane is not coming off. So like I was saying, those are my first three testers. I tested everything. Yeah, this is the one I was going to do. You don't need to go that far, so. Let's see. Hey, Narita, how's it going? Let's see. She says, "Man, if that's the case, I must stop doing that because it's a messy as heck." I don't know. He just grabbed it and rolled it. LOL. Yep. Grasher says, "Hey, if it works, it works. Only made 2 hooks ever." Susan says, "Explain what you mean." About what? I said a lot of things. Crash says, "Adheres the clay to any surface." Crashly says, "OMG, yes, I guess. I just assumed it would. LOL. I'm so glad you showed me that. I hate bake and bond. I'm so proud of you. Watching you and Tia make me happy." We always like to make our teachers happy. Our not I wouldn't say teachers, but our what do I want to say? You have inspired us. Taught us a great deal. I do watch a lot of your clay videos. Let's see. It's fun. It's exciting. Every time I do one of these canes, it comes out different. That's the exciting part. Whoops, I need to go one more row, don't I? Sometimes I think, okay, this is going to be trash, and I just keep going. I cut into it, and it's like, holy shit. Because this one right here, I think I made this one on, I don't know if I was on a live or on a Facebook group chat, but this one I just sat and put all kinds of shapes together, and that's what came out of it. I was like, holy cow. Because I was trying to do a kind of a flowery kind of thing. And I was like, okay, I just ruined this. I'm just going to go with it. And just kept going and kept going and kept going. And that's what came out. And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. So that's the exciting part. What is going to come out? The outcome. Okay, so let's see here. This was my edge. hate that blade. Frickin' bends. Okay, so look over. Before I do that, I need to trim off my sides. Tia says, yes, it's rewarding when Crashly compliments us, makes her feel like a top student. Yep, sure does. Let's see. I've even gotten some of this liquid polymer clay, translucent. I picked it. I haven't used it yet. So don't know exactly what I would use it for. I know if I, like when Crashly was doing her toilet paper rolls, she baked the inside first and then put raw clay on the outside. That's where I can see where it comes into handy. But I haven't used it yet, so I haven't done any projects that call for it. But I know the liquid clay you can put inside molds, let it dry, and put it onto a sheet. Oh, this is one of my newest rollers. This is pretty small. It's got a pattern in it, and you just roll it over the clay, and it puts the pattern in the clay. So I finally found the right ones that I was looking for. The first two that I ordered were these huge ones. These are used mostly for fondant, for cakes. When I got these, I was like, okay, those are not what I was looking for. Those are huge. So then I found this one on Amazon. I think you just order it and they just random pick you one. So I'm going to try that out one of these days. I think I'm going to do it on top for the cover minders maybe. I cut this one way too short, but we fix it. We fix it. So what can I can do some little surgery here. I don't want that purple to show because that's the backing. I'm going to slice it right out of there. Crashly's probably cringing right now, but it's clay. Okay, so I'm going to trim this down. It is going to move. So my backing on my seam was showing through, and I just cut it out. Took my razor blade and just cut it right out of there. Now I get to roll it. Let's see. While I do this, I'm going to get caught up in chat. Let's see. Robert says, I am great. My mom and dad got the COVID shot yesterday. I just waiting to hear about if I'm getting one. Yep, I just got my second one last Wednesday. I think I'm the first one at work that's actually gotten one. I was signed up through the county, and I signed up to have them notify me when it was my turn. I actually got my first shot 2 weeks prior of them notifying me. So I was like, I didn't even bother. I just went to because the VA Veterans Administration was giving it out to all military patients, all the veterans. So that's how I got mine much faster, quicker. Let's see. Let's see. TS says, I bought everything when I first started, the liquid polymer clay, bake and bond, and the gloss. I haven't used the Sculpey gloss. Have you? No, I have not. Have not used. That's the only liquid clay that I bought, or anything that liquidy that for clay is the liquid clay, translucent. It's the only thing I purchased. Okay, I need to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, so Patty says, in Ohio, COVID shots now open for 16 and over. So my two youngest got theirs today. Cool. Okay. See, now it is starting to show back through again. So let's see. I don't want to go too fast because it puts a bubble underneath and lifts off the hook. And so I'm going to do this. Let's see. Let me get it mostly right over the seam. Still good. Oh, Crash, you're still here. I was playing around Wednesday night. I went and got a monitor. I got my capture card, and I was trying to play Animal Crossings on live. I got it to work, but later that everybody was starting to come in, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to end this because it was turning out shitty. Couldn't see the game. I couldn't even see me. So I did a pop-up live. We just sit and had chit-chatted, had fun. We had adult conversation with adult beverage. Right, Tia? And afterwards, I took about 5 minutes and I played around again and I got it to work. But I didn't do a live stream or anything. I just finally got it to show the game up on the computer screen. I don't know when I'm going to have even time to do that. But Best Buy had a sale on a monitor. Couldn't pass it up. But I still can't visit your guys's. I got you in the game with the code that you sent me, but I can't visit. It won't let me visit. It keeps telling me I have nobody in my friends list. I don't understand. What am I doing wrong? Yeah, we had a blast. I think I put it in private because I was changing. I put a thumbnail on it and I got sidetracked and I had to do something else real quick and I forgot to go back and then I went to bed. But I noticed this morning it wasn't there. I was like, wait, what happened? So I went and I checked real quick and I forgot to put it back to public. So I need to do that. Let's see. Okay, there's number 2. Whoops. Okay. There we go. Fixed it. Okay, so there is another matching one. I covered up one of the M's. I don't think that's too important as long as you can see the number, right? The letter and the number is still there. You can see one M. but I want to, I can sand the sharp edges, I can sand those down. So there we go with another one. Oh, shit. Okay. So that's not enough to wrap another one, so that's going to be scrap. Harbor freights do come in handy too for storing my canes. Really, very, very very, very nice. That's scrap. I'm going to keep this one for maybe a small cover minder. See, this one, even though I have the backing on it, I make it a little bit thicker, and I use my round cutter and make it into a cover minder. So that's the one I'm going to save for that. So let's see. These are like really, really small. I don't know how much cane I'm going to get out of that one. This one I was playing around with, and see how I got that design. See, this is the inside of the rainbow basket weave that I did, and I put it together. I trimmed it this way 4 times, and I kind of turn it in the cane inside out, and that's the design I got. Isn't that cool? So I sliced the cane long ways like this, and then I turned it and I sliced it again, and I turned it inside out, and that's what came out. So each side is a little bit different. So on this one, I think I'm going to do is I'm going to slice it long ways like this, and use that too. And do I have it here? I made this cane, and I don't know if you guys seen it, but what do I do with it? I don't know if it's down here at the bottom or not. Oh, no. Let's see. Let me think where I might have put it. What design did I come up with? Oh, wait. In my bags. I have all these too. Just been a little busy. Let's see what I'm looking for. I was going to ask Crashly if she's still here, if she ever did this. It's not any of those, not any of those. Ooh, I have a lot more of this cane. I didn't. I didn't think I had that much. No, I don't have it anymore. I don't know what I did with it. I'll have to do it again and show you. You take, I can explain it real quick, but you take, let's see. No, I don't have it. I thought I kept it. I guess I didn't. But what you do, I'm not going to do it to this, but you take your cane and you twist it. You twist it and you push it in, and you just keep twisting it, and twisting it, and twisting it, and twisting it. Yeah. And then you slice into it. It makes a totally different design. Totally different design. You twist it a lot. I know that. You twist it a whole bunch. There's no turning back from it. Once you start, I can't remember what technique it is called. But I just know you take your cane and you twist and twist and twist and push in. You push inwards. You twist and you push inwards. Yeah. So I could probably take a little bit of my leftovers and maybe save it for next week. Make another cane next week. Because today we just did pins. And I'm going to pop those in the oven before I have to hoppity skip over into work. And then when I get home, I'll be busy. Sealing them up, sanding them down, sealing them up. I don't do much sanding anymore. But I do just recently got a whole big pack of sandpaper. This goes from 80 all the way up to 4,000, I think. It is a pretty thick, it wasn't that much off of Amazon. It was pretty reasonable. I don't know if it was less than 15 or less than 10, but you can cut these down. It goes from 80 all the way up to 5,000. I thought it was 4,000, but it's 5,000. You get 2,500, 2,000. Because the smaller sheets I couldn't get at the hardware store, nothing higher than 1,500. And I wanted the super, super fine ones. So these I can just cut down. So and these are wet, dry. This is wet, dry sandpaper. So I had to do a lot of digging on Amazon to find these. So if anybody wants the link, just let me know. I can go ahead and post the link down in the comments, down in the description box later after the video renders. Or just send you a Facebook message. Let's see. So I just got another minute or two. I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to have to head out to work in about an hour. Let's see. Hey, Amber. I'm just going to get caught up on chat real quick. let's see. Hey, Palmy, I didn't see you. My apologies. Yeah, 5 minutes. Crystal's going live here in just a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and end and hop on over to her live. I hope to see everybody there. I'll be listening while I pop my pins and the hooks into my toaster oven and get ready for work, and see you guys throughout the evening. And we'll go ahead and chit chat throughout my night at work. I will be mostly working and lurking tonight, but I will definitely say hi, let you all know that I am there. Everybody have a great weekend. And if you're still on spring break, have fun. Or at least your kids are on spring break. Have a little fun. So I'll see you all guys next Friday. Bye, guys.